People who work at the coalface of the business may have the solution to the problem you're just about to spend $1 million on solving. Welcome to Thank God It's a Story Saturday, a weekly video series where I share stories with you that you can use to make your messages stick. Today's story is called an $8 million replacement for a $20 fan. Truth be told, I have never been able to find the source of this story. But this story is shared a lot online. And I can understand why it's shared a lot online because it resonates. One of the most important principles of storytelling. It must resonate. A toothpaste factory had a problem. The problem was that their toothpaste boxes were sometimes being shipped to distributors and buyers without the actual tube, and it was really putting their quality at risk. And the CEO was worried about the relationship issues that were cropping up between the company and the buyers and the distributor. CEO said he's going to resolve this issue. So he called his top people into the room and they all discussed the problem, and they came to a consensus that they're going to hire an external engineering company who will come up with a solution. So the normal process took place. The budget gets assigned, the sponsor is kind of assigned, and then the RFPs take place, and then the external parties are shortlisted, and then they are selected. 6 months later, and $8 million later, a precision scale, the solution to the problem, was put together. This precision scale would be put on the factory line, where every time the box for toothpaste came without the tube inside, obviously the weight is less, alarm would go off and flashlights would go on, and someone would walk up to the factory line, remove that particular box, and press another button to start the line. Now, when the CEO saw the report for the first week as to how many empty boxes the precision scale had picked up, it was perfectly in line with the projections that they had made. Everything was working fine. And then in the next 3 weeks, when the CEO saw the report, the precision scale had picked up 0 empty boxes. Confused and perplexed by the situation, the CEO walked up to the factory line to see what was going on. And just before the precision scale, there was a $20 fan somebody had put that was blowing the air, and every time the empty box was coming on the factory line, it would just flick it off and it would fall into the bin. CEO looked at it and asked the supervisor, "What is this?" The supervisor said, "Oh, this, the kid in manufacturing bread, he just got so sick and tired of coming here every time the alarm would go off and the flashlights would go off. So he just put a fan there. Now the fan just flicks off the box every time it comes without the tube." Now imagine this, the company had spent $8 million in coming up with the solution, and a $20 fan could solve the problem. The point is, sometimes, actually many a times, the people who work at the coalface of the business have the solutions to the problems we are trying to solve in boardrooms.